Hi everybody and good afternoon. So I'm here to kind of go over the Shapiro Regional Hospital Quality Improvement Plan and kind of just some logistics that we found out about quality improvement. So let's dive right in. So starting out, we have the introduction. So in healthcare, quality improvement is a framework we use to systematically improve the ways care is delivered to patients. So processes have characteristics that can be measured, analyzed, improved, and controlled. Quality improvement entails continuous efforts to achieve stable and predictable process results, that is, to reduce process variation and improve the outcomes of these processes, both for patients and the healthcare organization and system. So, some examples of quality improvement in healthcare is going to be cleanliness, staff's knowledge, patient safety, patient satisfaction, and that's just a touch of it. We can have the quality of how many patients are coming in for their annual physicals. We can do it for, do you feel like the staff was patient with you? I mean, this can really range from any aspect of healthcare. And here at Shapiro, we're really going to try to focus in on a few things. So we're going to want to take just two different things of quality, work on that, get our numbers up, and then move on to kind of what our next project would be. So there's many different ways that healthcare incorporates quality improvement. And so we want to make sure that we're constantly evolving and checking our numbers and checking out what we can do to make things different. So there are many different models of Q1 methods. So many times in healthcare, the model of quality improvement is you're going to study what needs to be changed. You're going to act on it. You're going to plan. And then you're going to do. So that's just one example. So you can also do it by structure, process, output, and outcome. One way that I have learned works is going to be, you're going to study what areas you need to change. You're going to research what you can do to change it. You're going to make a plan of what changes you'll do, and then you're going to do them. And also you can even do it as in figuring out what different things need to be changed by sending out surveys, doing stuff like that to get our patients involved, but also our employees. We want them to feel like we're also looking at the quality of, our workplace. We want people to want to work here and have the friendly staff and be able to ask questions. We're going to want all of that within our quality improvement plan. So the role of the patient experience. So patient experience encompasses the range of interactions that patients have with the healthcare system. So that includes their care from health plans and from doctors, nurses, and staff, physician practices, and other healthcare facilities. It is important because treating patients well is the right thing to do. It's important because a positive patient experience is related to better health outcomes. If you go in with a bad attitude into surgery, how bad is your recovery going to be? We want you to have that positive mindset that, okay, we got this. We got to do what we got to do. We got to keep our patients happy. That's just kind of what it all boils down to. And we want to make sure that our patients are happy with the care that they're receiving from us. Because with patient experience, they're going to go home. They're going to tell their friends what it was like to come to our hospital. They're going to, maybe write a review. They'll do a lot of things, and a mad or upset patient is more likely to, make their voice heard versus the patients who had a really good experience with us. So making sure that we're focusing on the positive patients is going to be really important, and making sure that their experiences are, good. All right, so the Q1 plan application. So there are many different ways to apply our quality improvement plan. So this includes sending out surveys, meeting with patients, following through with changes. That's kind of a big one. A lot of people can send in their surveys, but how likely are you to keep filling it out if no changes are being made? One way we can apply it is by making it a competition between departments or having goals in place. So that's kind of a fun one because, you can set aside teams and say this provider and this nurse or MA work together all the time. Let's make them a team and let's see which team can get their quality improvement up. And that's gonna be for the patients who need to come in for high blood pressure, or they haven't gotten their diabetes eye exam and stuff like that. We're gonna want to make sure that we are patient-centered and that we want to continue having our patients come to us. So next, some examples of the statistics here at Chaparral is going to be the percentage of getting a great for people who were obviously very excited. So we had 75% saying overall impression of the visit was great. 77% are willing to return to our facilities. So obviously they're more than 75 or are 75%, but we want to make sure, we want to get that up to the 80s, 81, 82. I would say 100, but we all know we're going to have upset people, and that's just wouldn't be very realistic. So facility and convenience was the highest scoring for comfort ways. That one was the waiting time was the lowest in the reception area. The average waiting time in the reception area was 18.5 minutes. That's a long time sitting there reading the same old boring magazines. Now we have cell phones, but still. So then you add on the waiting time for the physician or provider to come in and see you. Well, that's another 21 minutes. We're looking at almost 40 minutes or more per patient to see a provider. That's just not very reasonable at all. Patients come in, they have a schedule, they want to be seen at their scheduled time. So for the staff portion, the highest scores was friendly and helpful, which is awesome, but the lowest was knowledgeable and professional. So with that, we're going to want to make sure that our employees have their cell phones away, they're, being professional in their workspace, and making sure that as managers, we are, being aware of what's going on around us and what our patients see. If we walk by one of our employees and we see them doodling or searching the web or being on their cell phone, our patients see that too, and that's not professional at all. And also knowledgeable. We want our staff to feel like they're able to reach out to us if they have questions or if they don't understand something. Some patients have questions following their visit or just, about the area. We want to make sure that we have those resources for our employees to be able to answer the questions for our patients. So quality in different areas of healthcare. So quality affects all aspects of healthcare, from management and employees all the way to patients and cleanliness of facilities. We're all responsible to constantly be aware of quality improvement. Some of these departments, they include housekeeping, management, direct patient care employees. It's really the whole aspect of healthcare. It's going to be from management, making sure that our employees are happy, our employees making sure that the patients are happy, and then also housekeeping. No one wants to come into a dirty facility because, this is healthcare. They expect it to be clean. They expect it to be basically sterile. Some patients want everything sterile, and we all know how that is. And making sure that we have that quality improvement area, just so that way we're aware of whatever responses the patients have or anything like that. And finally, so as we can all see, quality is throughout all aspects of a healthcare facility. It takes a village to keep our doors open, and with all of us staying on track and making necessary improvements to keep patients coming, we can continue to provide care to everyone. There are many different ways we use quality improvement, and without it, we couldn't do what we do. That's very important because, happy patients means more business, and it's sad to think of healthcare as a business, but overall that's what we are, and that's what we need to do to keep our doors open to continue caring for patients and people. So that's kind of all that I have for you. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you guys for having me.